Hey there, folks. Let's talk KYC. That's Know Your Customer for those who prefer long words. In the simplest terms, it's like showing your ID at the bar, but for money stuff. Banks, financial institutions, and even some businesses use it. Why? To make sure you are who you say you are. No fake IDs allowed. Think about it. You wouldn't want someone stealing your identity and opening a bank account in your name, right? That's where KYC swoops in to save the day. It helps companies verify your identity and protect both of you from financial shenanigans. KYC isn't just about checking your ID once and calling it a day. It's an ongoing process. Companies keep an eye on your transactions and activities. This helps them spot anything fishy and keep everyone safe. So, the next time you're asked for your ID or proof of address, don't roll your eyes. It's just KYC doing its thing, keeping the financial world a little less shady. KYC isn't just some random rule that financial institutions made up to annoy you. It's a powerful tool in the fight against some seriously bad stuff. We're talking money laundering, terrorist financing, fraud, the kind of things you see in action movies, but in real life. Money laundering is like taking dirty money from illegal activities and making it look squeaky clean. KYC makes it harder for criminals to hide their ill-gotten gains. It's like trying to put lipstick on a pig. You can try, but it's still a pig. Then there's terrorist financing. KYC helps prevent bad guys from moving money around to support terrorism. It's like cutting off the bad guy's allowance, making it harder for them to do bad things. And let's not forget about fraud. KYC helps protect you from identity theft, scams, and other financial nightmares. It's like having a bodyguard for your money, keeping the fraudsters at bay. KYC, it's not glamorous, but it's saving the world, one financial transaction at a time. You might think KYC is just a banking thing, but you'd be wrong. Sure, banks are all over KYC like it's their favorite pair of socks. But it's not just them. Investment firms? They're in on it too. They want to know who's throwing their money around in the stock market. Insurance companies, yep, they're checking you out too. They don't want to give out big insurance payouts to someone who doesn't exist. Even real estate agents are getting in on the KYC action. They want to make sure you're not buying a mansion with money from, let's say, selling illegal parrot eggs. And online businesses, you bet. They want to make sure you're a real person and not a robot trying to buy a year's supply of toilet paper. KYC is everywhere, folks. It's like the avocado toast of the financial world. Everyone's doing it. Let's break down KYC into bite-sized pieces, shall we? Think of it as a 4-course meal, but instead of food, it's all about verifying your identity. Course 1, Customer Identification Program, CIP. This is the first step where you hand over your ID, passport, or driver's license. They're making sure you're a real person and not just some figment of their imagination. Course 2, Customer Due Diligence, CDD. This is where things get juicy. They'll dig deeper into your background, checking your credit history, employment status, and maybe even your favorite ice cream flavor. Okay, maybe not that last one. Course 3, Enhanced Due Diligence, EDD. This is the VIP treatment reserved for high-risk individuals like politicians or celebrities. They'll be under extra scrutiny, like someone trying to sneak an extra slice of pizza at a party. Course 4, Ongoing Monitoring. The KYC feast doesn't end there. Companies keep an eye on your transactions and activities like a hawk watching its prey. Any suspicious behavior, and they'll be on it faster than you can say fraudulent transaction. Section 5, KYC buzzwords, AML, CFT and more. Now, let's decode some KYC jargon, shall we? Don't worry, it's not rocket surgery. AML, anti-money laundering. Remember our friend money laundering. AML is all about preventing it. Think of it as the superhero detergent that washes away dirty money. CFT, combating the financing of terrorism. CFT is like AML's partner in crime fighting, but instead of dirty money, it's all about stopping the flow of funds to terrorists. Risk-based approach. KYC isn't one-size-fits-all. A risk-based approach means that the level of scrutiny depends on the level of risk. A grandma opening a savings account won't get the same treatment as someone trying to wire $1 million to a secret Swiss bank account. Beneficial ownership. This is about unmasking the puppet master behind the curtain. KYC wants to know who's really pulling the strings, even if they're hiding behind a web of shell companies. Section 6, KYC perks, safety, security, and a side of trust. KYC might seem like a pain in the you-know-what, but it comes with a silver lining. Think of it as the annoying friend who's always looking out for you, even if you don't always appreciate it. Safety first. KYC helps create a safer financial world for everyone. It's like having a security guard at the ATM, keeping an eye out for shady characters. Fraud prevention. KYC is your personal bodyguard against identity theft and financial fraud. It's like having an invisible shield that deflects scams and keeps your money safe. Building trust. KYC helps build trust between businesses and their customers. It's like shaking hands on a deal, knowing that both parties are legitimate and trustworthy. Global impact. KYC isn't just a local thing. It's a global effort to combat financial crime. It's like countries around the world holding hands, figuratively of course, and saying, we're not going to tolerate this nonsense. Section 7, KYC challenges a bumpy road to a safer place. KYC is not without its challenges. It's like trying to herd cats. It's messy, complicated, and sometimes you just want to give up and eat a bag of chips. Privacy concerns. KYC requires handing over a lot of personal information. Some people are uncomfortable with that, and rightfully so. It's like giving a stranger the keys to your house. You want to make sure they're trustworthy. Data security. With all that personal information floating around, data security is a major concern. It's like keeping a vault full of cash. You need to make sure it's locked up tight. Costly and time-consuming. KYC can be expensive and time-consuming for businesses, especially smaller ones. It's like filling out a never-ending stack of paperwork. It's tedious, but necessary. Balancing act. Finding the right balance between security and convenience is tricky. It's like walking a tightrope. You don't want to make things so strict that it discourages legitimate customers, but you also don't want to make it too easy for the bad guys to slip through. Section 8, KYC, the future of finance, one ID check at a time. So there you have it, folks. KYC, it's not the most exciting topic, but it's crucial for a safe and secure financial world. It's like flossing. You might not enjoy it, but it's good for you in the long run. As technology evolves, KYC is evolving right along with it. We're talking biometric authentication, artificial intelligence, and other futuristic-sounding things that are making KYC more secure and efficient. It's like upgrading from a bicycle to a spaceship. It's faster, smoother, and a whole lot more impressive. So the next time you're asked for your ID or proof of address, don't think of it as a hassle. Think of it as your contribution to a safer and more secure financial world.